Jatiyo সংসদ prorogued with leader of the House, Sheikh Hasina, saying she cares none as long as the people is with her.
আমার একটা শক্তি হচ্ছে জনগণ, তাদের শক্তি নিয়েই আমি চলি, এই জন্য আমি কাউকে পরোয়া করি না। যতক্ষণ আমার দেশবাসী আমার পাশে আছে আমি কাউকে পরোয়া করি না।
ECNEC approves 10 projects including the establishment of Sheikh Hasina Medical University in Khulna. Hajj flights begins with 450 pilgrims leaving Dhaka for Jeddah on the first flight. President Muhammad Shahabuddin urges for taking necessary steps to upgrade the country's private universities to international standard. Indian Foreign Secretary Vinay Mohan Katra meets Foreign Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood discussing various issues of mutual interest. 15th death anniversary of eminent nuclear scientist Dr. M.A. Wajid Mia observed today, remembering his contributions through various programs. US President Joe Biden threatens to stop supplying weapons to Israel if there is a major attack on the Gaza city of Rafah. And Bangladesh will take on Zimbabwe in the 4th T20 of the 5-match series in Mirpur tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum. This is Tuli Komolika Das welcoming you all to News at 10. You have just heard the highlights. Moving on to the details. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina told Parliament that it's not possible to isolate her from the people as the countrymen have trust and confidence on her. Sheikh Hasina, also the leader of the House, said her strength is the people, the confidence and trust of the people is her only belongings, and she moves ahead with their strength. She said this while delivering her valedictory speech before the prorogation of the second session of the 12th Parliament this evening. She said her government has been working for the welfare of the country's people. The people of the country are now enjoying the benefits from her government's works, she said. The Prime Minister said confidence has been created among the people that she works for them. She said she cares none as long as the people of the country stand beside her.
যে কাজগুলো আমরা করেছি, যার শুভ ফলটা দেশবাসী পাচ্ছে, সেটাকে স্বীকার করেন। কিন্তু প্রত্যেকটা কাজকে যদি প্রশ্নবিদ্ধ করার উদ্দেশ্যে করা হয়, তাতে কি করতে পারেন? জনগণের কাছ থেকে কিন্তু আমাকে দূরে সরাতে পারবেন না। আমার একটা শক্তি হচ্ছে জনগণ, তাদের শক্তি নিয়েই আমি চলি। সেখানে একটা আস্থা সৃষ্টি হয়েছে জনগণের মাঝে যে আমি তাদের জন্য কাজ করি। কাজে ওই আস্থা বিশ্বাসটাই হচ্ছে আমার একমাত্র সম্বল, আর এই সম্বল নিয়েই আমি চলি, এই জন্য আমি কাউকে পরোয়া করি না। যতক্ষণ আমার দেশবাসী আমার পাশে আছে আমি কাউকে পরোয়া করি না।
The second session of the 12th Jatiyo সংসদ was prorogued today after 6 working days. The session started on 2nd May. Before reading out the prorogation order of the President, Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhary thanked all MPs, officials, journalists and law enforcers for their services rendered for smooth holding of the Parliament session. Earlier, a radio speech of Father of the Nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, was played in the Parliament. Leader of the opposition, Ghulam Muhammad Qadir, also spoke at the closing session. Earlier, during question answer session, State Minister for Post, Telecommunications and Information Technology, Junaid Ahmed Polok, informed that all connectivity cables will be placed underground in the future. Projects were taken to lay power lines underground in various districts, including Dhaka, the State Minister added. On behalf of Finance Minister Abul Hassan Mahmood Ali, State Minister for Finance Wasika Aisha Khan said that the Bangladesh Financial Intelligence Unit BFU and other related law enforcement agencies have been working together to prevent all types of money laundering, including online gambling, betting and hundi. Land Minister Naran Chandra Chanda today placed the Foreign Voluntary Organizations Regulation of Acquisition of Immovable Property Bill 2024 in the Parliament, and it was sent to the respective committee for further examination. Besides, State Minister for Information and Broadcasting Muhammad Ali Arfat placed the annual report of the Information Commission 2023 in the Jatiyo সংসদ. ECNEC has approved 10 projects, including one to set up Sheikh Hasina Medical University in Khulna, involving an overall estimated cost of 5,563 crore 67 lakh taka. The approval was given at the ECNEC meeting held with ECNEC chairperson Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in the chair at the NEC conference room at Sher Bangla Nagar in the capital today. Ministers and State Minister attended the meeting, while Planning Commission members and secretaries concerned were present. Of the approved 10 projects, 8 are new while 2 are revised projects. Sheikh Hasina Medical University in Khulna project will cost 1,874 crore 55 lakh taka. Another project approved is China-aided project of burn unit of Chattogram Medical College Hospital in Bangladesh. The project will cost 284 crore 76 lakh taka. Other notable projects approved in the meeting are important rural infrastructures development in Pirojpur and Jhalokati districts, important rural infrastructure development in Borishal district, and construction of various infrastructures for the newly formed battalion of Border Guard Bangladesh 63 BGB in Gazipur. After the meeting, Planning Minister Major General Abdus Salam briefed the reporters. State Minister for Planning Mohammad Shahiduzaman Sarkar, Planning Division Senior Secretary Satyajit Kormokar, and Planning Commission members and secretaries concerned attended the briefing. Hajj flight for 2024 has started today. The maiden Hajj flight with 415 pilgrims took off from Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport for Jeddah this morning. State Minister for Religious Affairs Muhammad Faridul Haq inaugurated the flight. Earlier, at a function at Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport, State Minister for Religious Affairs Muhammad Faridul Haq said government has taken all steps to send and bring back Hajj pilgrims. CEO and Managing Director of Biman Bangladesh Airlines Shafiul Azim chaired the function. Present on the occasion were Chairman of the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Ministry of Civil Aviation and Tourism Sajjadul Hassan, Member of Parliament Khusru Chaudhry, Chairman of the Biman Board of Director Mustafa Kamaluddin, Secretary to the Ministry of Civil Aviation and Tourism Muhammad Mokamel Hossain, Secretary to the Ministry of Religious Affairs Muhammad Abdul Hamid Jomaddar, and Civil Aviation Authority Chairman Air Vice Marshal M. Mofidur Rahman. Authorities informed this year 85,257 pilgrims from Bangladesh will perform Hajj. President Muhammad Shahabuddin urged the founders, entrepreneurs for taking necessary steps to upgrade the country's private universities to international standard. The president made the call when a delegation of the Private University Association led by its chairman Sheikh Kabir Hussain called on him at Bongo Bhavan this morning. Later, President's Press Secretary Muhammad Joinal Abidin said that during the meeting, the delegation highlighted various problems and potentials of private universities. The association chairman Sheikh Kabir Hussain sought the President's cooperation to ensure the representation of private universities in the concerned institution, including University Grants Commission, to improve the quality of management and policy of private universities. Appreciating the role of private universities in spreading higher education across the country, President Muhammad Shahabuddin stressed on ensuring quality of higher education at the universities. The President said that private universities in different countries of the world are playing an important role for higher education and research programs. During the meeting, President's Office Secretary Muhammad Wahidul Islam Khan and Military Secretary Major General S.M. Salahuddin Islam were present. Later, a delegation of the Competition Commission led by State Minister for Commerce Asanul Islam Titu called on President Muhammad Shahabuddin at Bongo Bhavan. During the meeting, they handed over annual reports of Competition Commission to the President. Senior Secretary of the Commerce Ministry Tapon Kanti Ghosh and the Chairperson of the Commission were present. The delegation briefed the President about the various aspects of the reports and overall activities of the Competition Commission. President Mohammad Shahabuddin said that the role of Competition Commission is very important in ensuring transparency and accountability in development. He stressed on ensuring that all participants get equal opportunities in the process of development activities. The President asked the Commission to keep a strict watch so that unscrupulous businessmen cannot fix the price of goods arbitrarily. Secretaries of the President were present. Indian Foreign Secretary Binay Mohan Katra called on Foreign Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood at the Foreign Ministry in the morning today. Later, briefing the journalists, Dr. Hassan Mahmood said discussion with the Indian Foreign Secretary was held in a cordial environment, stressing on easing visa and using non-lethal weapons to bring border killings down to zero. Foreign Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood said Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is expected to visit New Delhi after elections in India.
ভারতের পররাষ্ট্র সচিব এসেছেন, তো আজকে আমার সাথে নানা বিষয় নিয়ে আলোচনা হয়েছে। প্রথমত ভারতের সাথে তো আমাদের বহুমাত্রিক সম্পর্ক, অত্যন্ত চমৎকার সম্পর্ক, যে সম্পর্ক মাননীয় প্রধানমন্ত্রী বঙ্গবন্ধু কন্যা জননেত্রী শেখ হাসিনা এবং ভারতের মাননীয় প্রধানমন্ত্রী শ্রী নরেন্দ্র মোদীর নেতৃত্বে নতুন উচ্চতায় উন্নীত হয়েছে। আমরা কানেক্টিভিটি নিয়ে বিস্তারিত আলোচনা করেছি এবং আপনারা জানেন যে ভারতে প্রচুর লোক আমাদের দেশ থেকে ভিসার জন্য অ্যাপ্লাই করে। ভারতের বাংলাদেশের হাই কমিশন এবং হাই কমিশন অফিসগুলো হাইয়েস্ট ভিসা ইস্যুইং অফিসেস ইন দ্য ওয়ার্ল্ড। এই কারণে দেখা যাচ্ছে এখানে ভিসা পেতে অনেক সময় অনেক অপেক্ষা করতে হয়। সেটি নিয়ে বিস্তারিত আলোচনা করেছি এবং ভারতের পররাষ্ট্র সচিব আমাকে যেটি বলেছেন, তারা আরও তাদের এখানকার ক্যাপাসিটি বাড়ানোর জন্য তারা আরও সেখানে লোকবল নিয়োগ করছেন এবং ইনোভেটিভ কোনো সিস্টেম ইনভেন্ট করা যায় কিনা। আমি অনলাইনের কথা বলেছি যে অনলাইনে অ্যাপ্লাই করে তারপর মাল্টিপল ভিসা, লং টার্ম ভিসা, সেগুলো নিয়ে আমরা আলোচনা করেছি। অর্থাৎ ভিসা পাওয়াটা এখন যে অনেক ক্ষেত্রে দেরি হচ্ছে, অনেক সময় সমস্যা হয়, সে বিষয়টি বিস্তারিতভাবে আলোচনা করেছে এবং তারা অত্যন্ত আন্তরিক এই বিষয়টি সমাধান করার জন্য এবং সহজে মানুষ যাতে ভিসা পায় এবং পিপল টু পিপল কন্ট্রাক্ট কানেক্টিভিটি যাতে আরও বৃদ্ধি পায়।
Responding to a query from journalists on the Upazila election, Dr. Hassan Mahmood said the voting was held in a better environment than that of neighboring countries. Leaders and activists of BNP took part in the polls despite restrictions from the party, he added.
ভারতেও স্থানীয় সরকার নির্বাচন হয়, নেপালে হয়, পাকিস্তানে হয়। Compared to other elections and compared to the elections in the region, আমাদের এখানে সহিংসতা অনেক কম হয়েছে, শান্তিপূর্ণভাবে নির্বাচন অনুষ্ঠিত হয়েছে এবং ভোটার টার্নআউট আমি বলবো অত্যন্ত সন্তোষজনক। যেখানে বিএনপি বর্জন করেছে এবং ভোটারদেরকে ভোট কেন্দ্রে যাওয়ার জন্য বারণ করেছে, সেই বারণ তো তাদের প্রার্থীরাও শুনে নাই, তাদের প্রার্থীরাও ইলেকশন করেছে, তাদের প্রার্থীরা যেহেতু ইলেকশন করেছে তাদের ভোটাররাও ভোট দিয়েছে। সুতরাং যেই নির্বাচন হয়েছে এবং নির্বাচনে যেভাবে ভোটার টার্নআউট, দিস ইজ স্যাটিসফ্যাক্টরি।
Moving on to the international. Tens of thousands of Palestinians attempt to flee Rafah as Israel shells eastern area of city, sheltering some 1.5 million people. Israel's continued closure of the Rafah border crossing is choking off the entry of life-saving aid into Gaza, says the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs. US President Joe Biden says he will not supply offensive weapons that Israel could use to launch an all-out assault on Rafah in the toughest public comments yet about the widely condemned military operations. Civilians have been killed in Gaza as a consequence of those bombs and other ways in which they go after population centers, Biden said in an interview. At least 34,904 people have been killed and 514 wounded in Israel attacks on Gaza since October 7th. The death toll in Israel from Hamas's October 7th attacks stands at 1,139, with dozens of people still held captive. Russian President Vladimir Putin accused the arrogant West of risking a global conflict, warning the nuclear power's strategic forces are combat ready as he marked the Soviet victory over Germany in Second World War. In a defiant speech on Thursday at Moscow's Red Square before thousands of soldiers dressed in ceremonial attire, Putin said that Western elites had forgotten the Soviet Union's role in defeating Nazism and were now stoking conflict around the world. Victory Day has become Russia's most important public holiday as Putin puts the country firmly on a combat footing. Evoking the Second World War, the president has repeatedly framed Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022 as an existential battle against Nazism. This year's address to the nation came as his troops make advances in Ukraine and just after he took the oath for an unprecedented fifth term after winning presidential elections devoid of all opposition. At a lavish inauguration held 2 days earlier, he promised to deliver victory to Russians. Thousands of pro-Palestinian demonstrators protested in the Swedish port city Malmo on Thursday against Israel's participation in the European Song Contest, a pan-continental pop competition. Protesters waving green, white and red Palestinian flags packed Malmo's 16th century town hall before a planned march through the city for a rally in a park several miles from the Eurovision venue. Chanting from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free and Israel is a terror state. The demonstrators set off smoke flares in the Palestinian colors during a noisy, peaceful rally to criticize Israel and call for a ceasefire. Music fans in colorful sequined outfits or draped in their national flags mixed in the streets with supporters of the Palestinian cause in keffiyeh scarves. Now some national news. Today is the 15th death anniversary of eminent nuclear scientist of international reputation and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's husband, Dr. M.A. Wajid Mia. The nuclear scientist, who had a colorful working life experience, was born on February 16, 1942 in a respectable Muslim family of Lal Dighi Fatehpur village in Pirganj Upojila of Rangpur. He passed away on May 9, 2009. He was laid to eternal rest with full state honor at his family graveyard in Lal Dighi Fatehpur village. On the occasion of his death anniversary, the Pirganj Upojila administration, Awami League and its associate bodies, Dr. Wajid Smriti Sangshod, Dr. Wajid Foundation, Begum Rokeya University, family of Dr. Wajid and other organizations took elaborate programs in Rangpur city and capital Dhaka. President Muhammad Shahabuddin issued message marking the death anniversary of Dr. M.A. Wajid Mia. Recalling the memories of these renowned nuclear scientists, the head of the state said, despite staying close to the power, Dr. Wajid was a simple and selfless man. The president hoped that the ideals of Dr. Wajid Mia will contribute to building a science-minded nation. His works will inspire the new generation, he added. Foreign Minister and Awami League Joint General Secretary Dr. Hassan Mahmood said late scientist Dr. Wajid Mia was a dedicated soul for the nation and humanity. There are many things to learn from his life, he added. The Foreign Minister said this at a discussion marking the 15th death anniversary of noted nuclear scientist Dr. M.A. Wajid Mia in Dhaka today. Bangladesh Mofosol Journalist Society and weekly Gono Bangla organized it at the Jatiyo Press Club. Advisor of the organization, Mashur Ahmed, presided over the discussion. It was addressed among others by Awami League National Committee member Advocate Balaram Poddar, Krishak League Vice President Sheikh Muhammad Jahangir Alam, valiant freedom fighter Shafiqul Bahar Majumdar Tipu, former member of Parliament Shahjahan Alam Shaju and Awami League leader M.A. Karim. Later, dua and munajat were offered seeking divine blessings for the soul of nuclear scientist M.A. Wajid Mia. Now, weather. Office in its weather forecast till 6 p.m. tomorrow said rain or thunder showers accompanied by temporary gusty or squally wind is likely to occur at many places over Rajshahi, Dhaka, Mymensingh, Khulna, Borishal and Sylhet divisions, and at a few places over Rangpur and Chattogram divisions, with hails at isolated places. Day and night temperature may fall slightly over the country, said the Met Office. Now news on sports. Bangladesh will take on Zimbabwe in the fourth T20 of the 5-match series in Mirpur tomorrow. The match will be held at Sher-e-Bangla National Cricket Stadium at 6 p.m. Bangladesh Standard Time. The Tigers have already won the series with 2 matches remaining after winning 3 consecutive matches. Bangladesh women's cricket team lost to Indian women's cricket team by 21 runs in the last T20 match of the 5-match series in Sylhet. As a result, the Tigresses are whitewashed in the series. Batting first after winning the toss, Indian women team scored 156 runs for 5 wickets in the stipulated 20 overs. In reply, Bangladesh girls managed to score 135 runs for 6 wickets in the stipulated 20 overs. Ritu Moni scored the highest, 37 runs for Bangladesh. To end the bulletin, headlines once again. Second session of 12th Jatiyo Shongshod prorogued with leader of the House, Sheikh Hasina, saying she cares none as long as the people is with her. ECNEC approves 10 projects, including the establishment of Sheikh Hasina Medical University in Khulna. Hajj flights begins with 415 pilgrims leaving Dhaka for Jeddah on the first flight. President Mohammad Shahabuddin urges for taking necessary steps to upgrade the country's private universities to international standards. Indian Foreign Secretary Vinay Mohan Katra meets Foreign Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood, discussing various issues of mutual interest. 15th death anniversary of eminent nuclear scientist Dr. Wajid Mia observed today, remembering his contributions through various programs. US President Joe Biden threatens to stop supplying weapons to Israel if there is a major attack on the Gaza city of Rafah. Bangladesh will take on Zimbabwe in the fourth T20 of the 5-match series in Mirpur tomorrow. And that's all from the news for the moment. Thank you for staying with us. We invite